Go!
My first reaction to the script was that it wasn't going to be something that I would ever do, because there wasn't any rational process behind the character's actions that I could see. There wasn't any decision-making infrastructure that I could believe in that would bring him to that place. There was only the result of his sort of singular belief that his life meant nothing and everybody else was to blame for that. So, you know, it was like, I don't want to do a character like that because I'm sort of fundamentally worried that that's actually where we are. And, you know, I thought about it for a while, and I met with Derrick, and it was sort of like a meeting where I'd already pre-decided that I wasn't doing the gig anyway, but I was just going to have the meeting. But we got on very well, and we started to talk about what was in there and potentially what shouldn't be in there, because there was a lot of words to start with, but you can't justify the actions of a character like this, you know? It's an individual decision that he's made, and he's going to do what he's doing, but there is no justification. And we both agreed on that, you know? So therefore, the challenge becomes, can you play a character who has absolutely zero charm or, you know, humanity? He's disconnected on all levels. Yeah, it sort of became a thing where the level of fear was such that then I had to do it. You know, I had to face that thing and go, right, this is actually possible in this world because we've seen it happen, you know. And then, so it's funny, you know, all the way through the movies I've done, there's always like a cycle, and it comes down to that kind of decision, you know. You know, and I'm also really aware of what I have done in the past, and I don't respond to something that feels like a retread of something that I've done. So I'm always kind of looking for, even if it's a sliver or so, you know, away or a slightly different direction, it's like, as long as it feels to me like it's fresh ground, you know. And you know, I've played a lot of characters with big journeys, and sometimes they do kind of outrageous things, but a lot of those journeys, there's a scaffolding beneath the character that gives him license to behave in that way. So this was a very unnatural character to play for me. But I had a really good partner in crime. You know, my relationship with Derrick is very simple, very easy. So it's to look at the trailer and to look at the movie, you would think that that set was potentially fraught with tension, and it just was not. We had an incredibly cool stunt crew. We had an incredibly cool camera department. We had really on-point makeup and hair, etc., like the whole thing, you know? And we were working on a very truncated schedule, stripped bare to keep it moving, you know, in these modern days of movie making where you have to be so fully aware of every dollar. And it was the most relaxed film set I've been on in 20 years. It was just chilled out. It was like, what are we doing today? Oh, we're going to crash the car with a truck. Yeah, it's like...
Having a kind of a hard time lately. I'm sorry. Accept my apology?
Just ignore him.
Well, if you could just do the same, we could press reset.
I don't have anything to apologize for. Can you go, please?
So, it's that kind of thing. It's like if you're going to call the character the man, you're not even going to give him a name, then the backstory is not necessary, you know? You can make assumptions from his name. You can put together from the little pieces that we give that there is a history of negativity and it's impacted this man, this particular individual man, in this way. And I think, though, all the way through the film, Derrick as a filmmaker is still kind of reassuring you, while it's all still bad, he's sort of reassuring you in a way. And even though we got no outlet, because a lot of the times in these movies where you have a really, really bad character, you can do some comedy on the side. You can hit a couple of gags, you know, because of the intensity of the character. But it's just so inappropriate in this to do that, you know? So you can't lean on any of those things. And if you show humanity, then you open that crack that says, I need to know the entire story then. If you're showing me he's got a little bit of that, then I, as an audience member, need to know the detail of everything. And it's not that. It's that thing that we see happening time and time again, where some individual has taken what we all consider to be the normal travails of life and let them go into themselves in a place which just implodes all ability to reason, implodes all ability to have empathy. And, you know, it's a dangerous, dangerous thing, but we're seeing it more and more.
Ma'am, are you okay?
I'm pretty sure the guy in that truck's following me.
He's road raging.
Why don't you just chill, man? Go your own way.
I don't think you really know what a bad day is.
Yeah, well, it is. It's like a small, almost like pointless slight. And, you know, she's not even really that angry or whatever, but just where he is in his life at that point in time, you know, the sort of implosion that he's going through, to give him a new target, to give him a point for his anger. It's all he needs. That's the catalyst. He just wants something to lash out against, you know. All of this stuff is impacting him, who he believed he was, the position he believed he took in society as a, you know, well, I don't want to go through the list of the thing, but you learn little pieces of information about him, you know. But the sum total of that with his actions is just so completely unreasonable, you know.
But you're gonna find out.
That man stole my phone. Andy?
I'm sitting here. I'm waiting for you.
Whose phone is this?
I'm right across from your friend.
Hey, listen to me. He's not a friend, okay? He's a psycho who came after me today.
This is where your first lesson begins.
You know, we know we're doing something really edgy, and let's have a go at it. And everybody was giving it their best. And you know, I think, you know, since production, the same thing could be said. And, you know, recently Mark came up with the idea that, you know, there's a lot of things against us, but there's a gap in the traffic. And if we believe in what we have, let's go first. And I think it shocked a lot of people, but you can't question the logic. You know, there's going to be such a traffic jam when things get back to, you know, quote unquote normal, if we ever achieve. And did we ever have that anyway? And that's another conversation. But the short answer to that is that Solstice is a really energetic partner. And it's sort of like, I've done a lot of little extra things in bits and pieces simply because of the ease of the relationship, you know. And it's been good. Look, it's a huge risk, man. You know, he's just putting all the apples on number 7 and seeing how he goes. And that's, you know, I think when somebody is that definite about the power of their idea, you know, as Mark is with this early release date, the thing you do is go, okay, man, we're doing it your way. And that's, you know, that's the attitude that Derrick and I have taken. Obviously for Derrick, you know, I mean, he's doing a feature film, and all those things you just listed, he's in post-production on a feature film that contains this much violence and destruction in the middle of, as you said, the pandemic and street riots and all of the different restrictions he has on, you know, trying to work bi-coastal and the times he can work over there and the times that people can work there. Yes, it's a challenging situation for him, but he seems to be doing very well.
What do you want?
I need you to learn what a bad day really is. I need you to learn how to say you're sorry.
And you're gonna learn.
Through violence and retribution.
Sounds like you're waking up.
I'm wide awake.
You better bring your A game. You're gonna need it.